Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while since I've updated about the chicken coop, and I've had a lot of inquiries and people asking about it to find out what the latest is on it, because now the chickens are almost at their 4-week mark, so they're going to need to go out to the coop pretty soon, and we are actually almost done. So I did some videos a week or so ago, but I just never got it together to upload it to YouTube. So what I'm going to do is show you what we've done so far up to about a week ago, and then hopefully within the next week I'll show you the final chicken and duck coop and what we did. So here's just a little update of where we're at. We installed the door today, and some of the chicken wire and the feeder. Nesting box got done. So you can see the back. We're not quite done with the chicken wire yet. We're going to put some more up there, right over here. But you can see the nesting boxes. I made it so they're on the outside. The back end is on the outside, so we don't actually have to go into the chicken area to be able to get eggs. So got drop down right there. That'll have a lock on it. But like I said, that way there, chickens can go in, lay their eggs in a few months, and we're going to be able to just open up this back, drop it down, and we'll be good to go. So the feeder that I made just out of PVC pipe, and again, so we don't actually have to go into the chicken coop. Just come over, unscrew the top, drop the food down in there, and I'll be drilling some holes down at the very end where the chickens can eat out of, but just screw the top back on and good to go. So here's the other side of the ramp, just with some of the scrap 2x4s and plywood that I had left over, and just built the little steps for them to help them get in and out. And again, this is the inside of the coop. So there's the feeder, and drill holes down in this area here, multiple holes so they can eat out of there. And then this is their nesting box area. So you can see you have pretty decent size area. I only did 4 nesting boxes. We have 14 chickens again. That should be enough from everything that I read and videos that I watched, because you don't need 1 per chicken or 1 for every 2 chickens, because they don't all lay eggs at the exact same time. And one of the things I did do with this is made a little ledge for them to get on and off. And the other thing is, if you look real carefully, you can actually see daylight all the way through there. And I did that so there was plenty of ventilation through here. So they're getting air all throughout here. And again, we'll be putting in more chicken wire up top tomorrow, more than likely. But this, from the ground up to here right now, is about 3 feet, 36 inches, but we haven't put any of the bedding down in here, so that should raise it up a couple inches at least by the time we're done. So this is going to be just under 36 inches for them to get up to the ledge, and then there's braces down at the bottom that they can jump onto also on the front. So my little makeshift door, I had never built a door before, so just kind of off the top of my head tried to figure out how to do it. Came out okay. It'll do the job. Again, this is for a chicken coop. This is not for the inside of my house, so it's functional. That's all I'm worried about. You can see a big giant gap up in this area up here and down the side. The whole chicken coop is actually slanted, and it's slanted that way. So when I put the door frame in, the door frame is actually level, straight up and down, but the chicken coop is slanted, so it looks like it's actually off. But what we did was piece that door together with some scrap parts, and I've got a cross member brace down at the bottom, one in the middle, one at the very top, and put a little door handle. My two sons picked that beautiful white door handle out from Home Depot. Try to do a latch, but because of this gap here, it's not gonna work. So what I did do is actually created just a makeshift latch there, so nothing can get out if you pull against it, and it just swings back and forth. And also what I did is, so in case something ever got into this area where I'm standing right now and wanted to get into the chicken coop, can't push the door in. What I did was I actually put a stopper at the top, and I put like a threshold stopper down at the very bottom. So when you actually close the door, and I'll step in, you can see it stops right there, and it also stops up at the very top, so that way nothing can push in. And again, that big piece of 2x4 scrap right there is going to prevent anything, the chickens or anything, from pushing back out. So again, it's pretty sturdy, amazingly enough. But all I needed to do was just be able to swing back and forth so I can get in and out of there, and be secure enough that nothing gets in, nothing gets out. And here are some before and after photos of the inside of the coop. Also forgot to update about the compost bin that we were building, right next to the chicken and duck coop. You can see the back side of the house there, and there's the entranceway to the chicken and duck coop. And this is where, remember that we had cleared out this area, and there was a bunch of trash back here. We cleaned a lot of the trash out, got it somewhat level with the big pile of fill dirt, and we had all this scrap laying, and it was exactly like this. All I had to do was nail that back piece to the side pieces, because it came in 3 separate sections. Nailed them all together, and now we've got a compost bin. It's pretty decent size. Doesn't go up too high, but that's fine. We can just spread it out and make it a little bit shorter so it's not real tall. And this whole thing tilts a little bit, and it actually runs down at an angle down the hill. So out of the back corner here, if it starts to fill up with water, it's not going to get all flooded. It'll actually drain out through this area and down the hill that way into the woods, so I don't have a big giant pool of water inside here. So as soon as the chicks come out of the brooder in another week and a half, then we'll be dumping all the shavings out here. We started collecting trash inside of our house, coffee filters, tea bags, stuff like that, scrap paper, all that stuff that'll compost real nice. We're gonna put into here, and we'll start it off with some dead leaves from all around the woods that we've got, and start our compost pile, so that way there next spring we'll be able to use our fresh compost in our garden.